Hello, it's Diary of a Yorkshire Gardener. Welcome to my January garden tour. My last one was back in November and there's been quite a lot of changes since then. We've had lots of frost. Somehow all of the seedlings in my raised herb planter are still going. The pak choi not looking too bad. So I'm pretty happy with this. Got some radishes there, lots of lettuce, miner's lettuce. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Really sunny day today. So here, if you follow me on Instagram and you've seen my most recent post, you'll see I've got this new planter. It's extra tall. I'm really happy with it. I've started to fill it up. I think that's all I'll do for scraps now. I think I'll do compost and sand. And this is going to be for my extra large manpakuji carrots, I think they are. So I'm really excited to get sowing and growing, and hopefully I might actually get a decent carrot harvest. The reason I want to grow this particular variety is because they grow about 2 foot long. So this is 80 centimeters tall. So it should hopefully house some really long carrots. And then we've also got the Aldi kind of cold frame. And there's all sorts of seedlings in here. Now, some of them aren't doing too well. This one here. But others, they're doing okay. Scabious, wallflowers. Yeah, I'm fairly happy with it. Say they've had a few weeks of hard frost. What else do we have going on? Not much really. Strawberries are still doing really well in this new planter I've got. And I've got the little Bruce the Spruce Christmas trees outside now. And yeah, everything else is looking a little bit dead, to be honest. I'll take you around the back. Yeah, it's a beautiful day. So I thought I'd get out, and it's a perfect day to do it. So I've got all my garlic coming up. These are the ones that have been planted the longest. And if you followed my videos, I can't remember when I did them now, a month or so ago, I planted these, this row. Some of them have come up and some of them haven't, so I'm going to give them, well, they'll get up eventually. Yeah, there's no sign of them. But it has been super cold, so I think we'll get some more growth now that it's warmed up a bit. Yeah, it's looking fairly bare. The veggie pod. We've got all of these collies, which at some point I'm going to plant out in the veggie patch. I put them here just so that they could grow on a little bit, and they've done quite well. These are some of my strawberry runners that I rooted from last year's plants, and yeah, they're doing okay as well. So what I'm thinking with my veggie pod, I don't normally get a very good harvest from it. I tend to grow lettuce in here and it'll get absolutely rid of by slugs. And I just never really bother with it too much. So I've decided I'm just going to keep it simple this year, and I'm going to take all these out. Here we've got a few different beetroots and some peas here randomly. And I'm just going to replant all of my strawberries, and I'm just going to have it as a strawberry veggie pod. Oh look, I must have left a garlic in there from last year. Yeah. So that's my plan for this year. And then I'm actually thinking about reusing this super dirty veggie pod lid, needs a clean, in the garden. I might even use it as, I might cover, I don't know, my collies and my broccoli when they're outside in the veg patch, instead of the netting that I usually use, because these are quite big. And yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So since the last video, I have tidied this area up a little bit, so it's in somewhat order. Fruit trees, doing okay, a few buds on them. Yeah, peonies. I really need to plant these out. Yeah, they have buds on though, which is good. At least they're still alive. And then into the greenhouse, so do the usual check for cobwebs. So in here we've got all the sweet peas. They're doing quite well, looking healthy. What else do we have? We have some excess onions there, which they're taking a while to grow. I don't need them now. I've planted all my other onions out, which I'll show you soon. I have some more broad beans in there, ginger. And these are all, what's that, bleeding hearts and astilbes. So these were from my Seed Pantry Grow Club subscription box. And yeah, I only planted them about a week ago. And they're looking good. They're all empty. Grapevine, which looks dead, but I'm thinking will come back alive. And then, so I cut down my fistless plants, which I was overwintering, or trying to overwinter. I don't know if they're dead. I think maybe that one's still alive. But we'll see if I get any more shoots in spring. I'm not too worried because I will be sowing seeds. Well, I've already sowed some of them already, for new plants. And then I was also trying to overwinter some peppers. I think they're dead. I just can't seem to get the hang of it. Yeah. Although, there's a really cute anemone there. Surprisingly. And that is a Peppino melon, which I did check this the other day. It is still alive, although it looks dead. So I'm hoping that will come back. But again, I've got some new seeds to sow, so I'm not too worried if it doesn't. Here we've got a load of my cauliflowers, broad beans. I've sown a lot of broad beans this year. It was my first time growing them last year in 2022, and I really enjoyed them. They were lovely. So yeah, I've grown extra this year. And then we've got some strawberries. What have we got up here? These are sweet peas, I think. Yep, sweet peas. Yeah, these are my pomegranates. There's 3 of them. That's a dead houseplant. Bougainvillea at the back, which also looks dead. And these are some figs that I'm trying to root, fig cuttings. I've got, I can't remember what they are, ranunculus I think, or more anemones, I'm not sure. Ranunculus. Strawberries, which are meant for a friend, which I've still not given them to her. I totally forgot, but they'll wait for her. And I've got my citrus plants. So I did have to trim these back the other day. They did get a little bit damaged in the frost, but not too bad. I had them covered up, and I actually think a lot of the issue was airflow underneath the fabric. So I've taken them off and they seem to be doing a little bit better. That's my lemon. And this one you can see here, so it was absolutely covered in fruit, and they've all started to kind of go mouldy and dry, fall off. That one's sort of okay though. So that's a shame. I don't know if I'm going to get much fruit from that this year, 2023. My olive and this caviar lime is just doing crazy. Look at all that growth. And oh, here we go. Look at all those. I can't remember if this was a kumquat or not. I think it's a kumquat. Looks like one. They're absolutely everywhere, although some of them aren't very happy, like these ones. But I mean, these look really happy, so hopefully I'll get a good harvest from them. And that's about it. Dead marigolds, they need removing. Baskets and storage and everything. And yeah, temperature. So that's the greenhouse. There's not really that much going on. These are the strawberries that I'm going to replant into my veggie pod. Now some of these are quite old, but I've been terrible and I've never once labelled what variety they are or when they first planted. So some of these I actually think need to go, but that's okay. We've got all these raspberries, which have actually had a fair bit of growth. Those ones, yeah, they're doing okay. We still have random little figs. More grapevines, which that really doesn't look like it's doing very well, does it? Osteospermum, that is. No spring bulbs coming up yet, which is a shame. Oh, some sign of something there. Still got some dahlias in the ground. I haven't really mulched them very well, but I don't normally, and they tend to be okay. So yeah, oh, there's a tuber there. We'll see if they come back. No, there's no spring bulbs coming up here either. These were all left in the plants from last year, and they're coming back. I think they're anemones. Lots of self-seeded thingies though. rose bushes, and all of this is filled with tulips and all sorts of other stuff. Again, no sign of them yet. Yeah, more spring bulbs planted in there, and then it's just dotted around with lots of different fruit bushes like mulberries and things, more strawberries, blueberries. That's my biggest blueberry, it's massive. Yeah, I love that one. Herbs, perennial spinach, I think that is. And then the mini fruit trees, they've all got buds on. Signs of life. Oh, there's actual sun. Carrots, they're growing okay. And then these are potato bags, they're empty at the minute, but I can't wait to get planting those. Gooseberry bushes, look at the spikes on those. And here we have loads of the onions. They're all popping up. These are all yellow onions. And what have we got this side? Garlic, so these are coming up as well. These were my latest to be planted. And I think most of them are coming up actually. I'm pretty happy with that. Oh, that's pretty frozen. It's cold today. Broad beans, which I planted out because I didn't really have much room. They're doing okay. There's some black bits, and I think I lost one or two. So far, I think they'll recover, but I'm not too worried because I've got all the ones in the greenhouse that I can plant out in replacement. I've got some more. I had loads of excess onions, so I've kind of just dotted them about wherever I could. Got some rhubarb planted in there as well, which I grew from seed. And this is all an empty patch. I think this is where I'm going to put the cauliflowers that I showed you in the veggie pod. And then I've got some, I think these are kohlrabi. Then we've got some kale as well. I mean, this kale I think is like a year and a half old. And it's still going okay. So I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, something's been pulling my onions out. Be birds. Put that back in there. And then the only other thing I've really got to show you is round here. So I've got some brassicas in here, like kaleettes and things, which I sowed really late, but I'm thinking might do for next year. I had lots of slug damage. They're little blighters. This one's looking okay though. Kaleettes seem to leave them alone actually. And then one's there. Yeah. Close that up. I'd say that's about it, to be honest. I hope you're all doing well. Not long now and we can all start sowing seeds again. I cannot wait. I think I'm going to do my peppers in a few weeks, and then my strawberries, my tomatoes not long after that. So yeah, stay tuned for some more garden updates. And if you're not following my Instagram, I post daily on there, so link is in the description. Right, bye.